Continuation of Chapter 7, A Glimpse of Feeling Famous. The modelling work was short and sweet. How I overcame my keloid scar, being an issue on stage, was by putting a fake tattoo on it. I pondered over how I could get involved in promotional work. It seemed pretty challenging to get into it. All these agencies already had pretty girls promoting their products for them. I applied but didn't hear anything from any of them for what felt like ages. After all, I've never done anything like that before. One night, I was in a nightclub with a friend. Drunk, I lined up for a toilet. A promo girl walked into the toilet and started whinging to someone about her work. I was thinking that she didn't know how lucky she was because there were other people like me who really would have liked to be given a go and haven't gotten a chance. My mood seemed to be ruined for the rest of the night after that. Once, some agency called me and asked me to do some promotional work really far away. This didn't faze me. I wanted to do it so much. After that, it seemed easier and more promo jobs were coming my way. I was mainly promoting alcohol in drive-through bottle shops, but I really liked it, especially because I was going through the phase of trying all this new alcohol that was out there. I was full of enthusiasm. My life wasn't so grim anymore. I had the ability to attract some cute guys, but it only lasted a few months here and there. I had lots of part-time jobs as well. There was so much to do in life. I wanted to see the world. If I only spoke Polish, I would have struggled overseas, but knowing English had given me all these possibilities. After graduating from forensic and analytical chemistry from university, I travelled overseas for 7 months, using my savings from all these jobs that I used to have. Like most people who go overseas, I also got the travel bug. I had the urge to go back to new places. I applied to be a flight attendant. Cheap travel and glamorous job. Couldn't go wrong. During that period, I also had an interview for a forensic job in the capital city of Australia, Canberra. I understand the concept of not keeping all your eggs in one basket intimately. My third option was going to the Big Brother's house. I had to send them a tape of myself talking for 3 to 5 minutes. They invited me back for an audition. I had such a good time during the 8 hours they kept us there. I got chosen for a photo shoot with 2 others for the local newspaper. I eagerly checked the newspaper the next day and found out that they decided to use a photo of another female. 3 people from that day were selected to enter the Big Brother's house, and I was not amongst them. I was rejected for the forensic job too. At least the airline accepted me. I had an 8-month relationship that ended a day before I got a call inviting me by the airline to move to Dubai, United Arab Emirates. It's funny because when I was applying for different airlines, I thought Dubai was Dublin in Ireland. One question really stood out in my interview as I did not know the meaning. I was asked how I have demonstrated assertiveness in my previous employment. When I asked the panel to please explain, I was given an example of a passenger smoking on a flight and the cabin crew instructing them to stop smoking without being rude. Interestingly enough, I used a similar example in my answer with me being the waitress and getting the restaurant patron to go outside for a smoke. I felt closely scrutinized when, on top of these hard questions, I was also asked about any visible scars or tattoos. I managed to secure the job and felt that flying was such an eye-opener to poverty, to intramarital affairs, and Islam.